Davey, through in the end on penalties against Inverness this afternoon, what was your take on that one?
Thought we lost two pretty poor goals, if I'm honest. Again, both teams are probably going to say the same things. Good finishes, but I think the goals were avoidable for both teams today. It wasn't through general, very what we'd class as good play. First half we looked a wee bit leggy. There was a wee bit of an overhang in there for the Falkirk game. I felt that's why I tried to mix it, but I didn't want to mix it too much. So I hoped we'd got that balance right. Our boys had to come out of the team today because the numbers from Tuesday night were through the roof, to be honest. So we looked to change it. I never just changed it for the sake of changing it. There's got to be a way in the team and a way out of the team. You've got to earn that right to get in the team. Thought we did, but probably lost a wee bit of continuity there at the same time. Lost 2 goals, really disappointed with that. Scored 2 goals, pretty happy with that because the man of the goals I think was good finishes. Stevie Maney's left foot, wee picks with a header. Thought a great run, great ball. Stevie gets a goal and assist today. So really happy with Stevie. Second half, I thought, I'll be honest, I thought it was all Livingston. I thought we dominated play, had a good foothold in the game, played most of the game in Inverness's half. I thought it was some good wide play. I thought the subs had a wee bit of an impact in the game, helped change the shape of the game in the wide areas. And we probably, I'm not going to say we've done enough because we never, but we weren't far off winning the game in 90 minutes. There was really some good entries in the final third. Without getting that end bit of success with the ball going in the net. And then at penalties, you've got to take a hat off the players. That's 5 very, very good penalties. And Marcello, we spoke about this during the week actually. He's very, but at times during the week you'll hit penalties at training, mix it up, and 2 teams draw, you'll put them into pens, try and put a bit of pressure. Marcello's actually very good, and we spoke about that. Whoever got pens, probably he's a bit better than Jerome at the penalties, and we would have subbed him, but obviously Marcello started the game. So Marcello comes up with a big save for us. I think he had a fairly steady game. He should be quite happy with his performance. Comes up with a big penalty save, and then the 5 boys that put themselves forward stuck their penalties away very well.
You mentioned there 4 goals in the first half. How disappointing is it to concede 2, given how stellar the defence have been in the league so far this season?
It's disappointing. Listen, again, we've had a fantastic start in terms of clean sheets, and I'm going to, and the staff, we're going to demand that from them week on week, but you're not going to go through a season not conceding goals. So if you're going to concede goals and win games of football, I'm quite happy to do it in the cup. But disappointed, but I've got to give the boys a wee bit of leeway. I can't, what a clean sheet, but they never got a clean sheet, but they found a way to win the game. Yeah, it might have been on penalties, but I genuinely believe second half performance probably merited us getting through to the next round, in all honesty.
Inverness's issues pretty well documented in kind of recent weeks and months. Do you think that impacted the game in a positive sense almost, that there was almost a kind of siege mentality that they brought here?
Yeah. I think I said that to the press. I think Duncan, his staff and his players is huge credit to Inverness Football Club. I think there was passion, there was spirit, there was character. They got the ball down, especially in the first half. I was surprised with the travelling fans, and do you know what, I've got a bit of sympathy for them, but you wouldn't know the troubles they're going through. I went over and applauded the Inverness fans, not in sarcasm because we'd won the game. I just went over and applauded their fans for they're going through troubled times. Football's no easy. I think people really underestimate how hard this is, how hard it is at a small club like an Inverness and a Livingston. It's difficult. I feel for them. They travel down in their numbers. Club's going through a really difficult time. I thought the passion, the spirit, the emotion was there for the staff, and I thought it was the same on the part of the players. So I think they've got to hold their head, high regard, and fair play to them.
Shocks elsewhere in the cup. This afternoon we're now into the last 8. Another championship side going out in Airdrie, out on penalties to Kilbride. Exactly. How realistic now is this a kind of chance at silverware for us as we move into the quarters?
I think there's a cup for stake. Like, would I love to be the manager it takes, goes and wins a cup at Livingston? I don't care what cup it is. I don't care what game of football it is. I want to take the fans to a cup final. Been there, but we couldn't take the fans with us. Different cup, but take 12 teams out of the Premier League, and if you can lift that cup, there's still 30 teams in Scotland that you've got to go and try and win that cup. So Nah, I think we'll put everything we can into this to try and get as far as we can in this. We'll try and get as far in the Scottish. We try that every game, and I just kind of a week to week basis go and try and win that next game of football. Go and try and win that next game of football. We're going to go through tough periods. There's no doubt about that. We're going to go through challenging periods, but it's up to us as a club and a group to stick together, because there's only one way to get success, and that's everybody sticking together and pushing in the same direction.
And just lastly, back on to league duty next week. We're on the road to Ayr to kind of round off a trio of pretty tough away games. First thoughts heading into that one off the back of today?
We were actually talking about that in the office. I just say there, but I don't really spend too much time looking at fixture lists. I just concentrate on the next club, the next game. And then when you look at Partick, Falkirk, and Ayr United, and even if you maybe throw in Raith Rovers away games, we've played probably 4 of the perceived top 4 teams in the league away from home in the first batch of fixtures, but it's just tough. It's tough, but we've managed to pick 5 points out of 9, is that correct? And 3 clean sheets. That's right, isn't it? Falkirk, Raith and Partick Thistle. So listen, if we can go and replicate that kind of form in terms of the clean sheet and the defensive record in the league, we'll give ourselves a great chance to go and pick 3 points up. But Ayr United, I think they've added to their squad again today. Conor McLennan's come in, Premier League player, playing the Premier League with Aberdeen. So, really, it's going to be a really, really difficult game. I think Stevie Scott and Stephen Whittaker will have them really well drilled. 2 good boys, 2 good, know the game inside out. So, it's going to be a difficult game of football.
Perfect. Thanks very much, Stevie.